Hello students and welcome back to BankExamsToday.com. My name is Ramandeep Singh and today we are going to discuss the Banking Laws Amendment Act 2025. So very important for the upcoming banking exams. So this is a demo video for Bank of Maharashtra Generalist Officer Scale 2 exam, Union Bank of India Wealth Manager and Bank of Baroda Sales Manager exams, right? So various exams are coming ahead. So in which we are providing video classes, notes, quizzes in the test series. This is my WhatsApp number. You can contact us anytime. Link to join the course is available in the description. So anyways, let's start the session with the Banking Laws Amendment Act 2005 received presidential assent on 15th of April 2005 and it brought 19 amendments across 5 status, right? So 5 acts have been amended. The Reserve Bank of India 1934, Banking Regulation Act, SBI Act, the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking Act in 1970 and 1980. So these acts have been updated. So amendments were introduced to strengthen the governance, depositors protection, audit quality and reporting standards. So don't worry, we are going to discuss that in detail. करेंगे. So definition of substantial interest has been changed. So in the past, according to Banking Regulation Act, any shareholder holding shares with face value of 5 lakh rupee or more, he was considered as a person having substantial interest in the banking company. We are not talking about the market price of a share, right? For example, the market price of State Bank of India, one share, face value of one share might be rupees 10, but market value is right now 880 rupees, right? So what we are talking about is we are talking about face value. So if the face value was 5 lakh rupee, in the past it was considered as substantial interest, but now this value has been changed. It has been raised to 2 crore rupees. According to the new amendment, if a person holding shares of face value of more than 2 crore rupees, he would be considered as having substantial interest. We are talking about face value. Even here we are talking about face value, not the market value. Okay. So what is the rationale? I mean, it has been remained the same, right? The 5 lakh rupee limit, it was set like 40 years back. It was never updated, but now it has been updated, right? So tenure of directors in cooperative banks. So ये change कर दिया गया है. So earlier, the directors in the cooperative banks, they could serve for maximum 8 years. पहले 8 years का maximum tenure था, but now the new tenure is maximum tenure for the directors in a cooperative bank is 10 years. Okay, it is now 10 years. It used to be 8 years, but now it is 10 years. So longer tenure provides stability, continuity in governance, allow directors to implement medium-term reforms. Okay, that's all about it. It used to be 8 years, but now it is 10 years. That's all you need to remember. Transfer of unclaimed assets to Investors Education and Protection Fund. So the public sector bank, they did not have any structured mechanism to transfer unclaimed assets such as fixed deposit. So if you do not claim your fixed deposit for 10 years, that is an unclaimed asset. So the public sector bank, now what is going to happen? The public sector banks now, they are required to transfer unclaimed deposits, unclaimed shares and unclaimed interest to IEPF, Investor Education and Protection Fund. Okay, administered by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So it brings PSBs with at par with the private companies in terms of depositors protection, right? So अब सीधा जो पैसा है वो जाएगा IEPF को, right, जो भी unclaimed है. So if a depositor fails to claim fixed deposits in a public sector bank for 10 years, that amount would directly go to IEPF. Remuneration of statutory auditors in public sector banks. In the past, the remuneration for the statutory auditors for the annual audit that the banks, they need to do it. For the third party statutory auditors, most of the times they are chartered accountants, right? They are actually chartered accountant firms. Their remuneration was decided by the Reserve Bank of India. But now the public sector banks, they can decide the remuneration themselves. Now they are empowered to, fix the remuneration themselves. That would strengthen the auditor's independence. It aligns the auditor's remuneration with actual scope and the complexity of the audit assignments. So private sector banks, they were paying more, right? And they were able to hire better quality auditors, right? They were able to hire bigger firms, right? Now, even the public sector banks, they can do the same. So previously RBI would prescribe audit fee, but obviously, the public sector banks, they could not pay more than the set limit. Simplification of the reporting time. In the past, the banks were required to submit statements on every alternate Friday with a submission window of 7 days. So they get 7 days to submit their reports, right? Every alternate Friday. एक Friday निकल गया, next Friday, and you get 7-day window. Next Friday के within 7 days you could submit your reports. But now this 7-day limit has been changed to 5 days, and this every alternative Friday day has been changed to each fortnight, end of the month or end of the quarter. Fortnight means 15th of each month or last day of the month. Last day of month. Even this definition of fortnight has been changed. 15th of every month and last day of the month, that is fortnight. Month and the quarter, end of the month and the end of the quarter. And you get a submission window of 5 days. In the past, it was 7 days, but now it is 5 days. So this is a simple example. You can read it. Nomination rules for deposits and lockers. In the past, customers were allowed to appoint only one nominee for their bank deposits and the bank lockers. But now the customers are allowed to appoint 4 nominees. So instead of just one nominee, you can appoint 4 nominees and you can tell their shares, right? That 40% owner is person A, 30% owner is person B, 20% owner is person C, 10% owner is person A, right? So the rationale is to provide flexibility. It reduces the disputes among the legal hires, right? So for example, Mr. Sharma could nominate only his wife for his locker, but now now he may nominate his wife, son, daughter, brother, specifying their shares. So what is the significance of this act? Governance, improved oversight through updated definition. Definition in the tenures have been updated for the depositors' protection, for auditor quality. Now more money can be paid to the CA firms. Ease of compliance is there. Family dispute reduction would be there. Okay. So you can take a screenshot of this table if you want to. It's very important. We have summarized the entire lecture in this table. So let's do some good questions. The Banking Laws Amendment Act 2025 raised the threshold for the substantial interest in a banking company from 5 lakh rupee to 2 crore rupee. It's an important question from examination point of view. What is the revised maximum tenure for directors in a cooperative banks other than whole-time directors and the chairpersons? It used to be 8 years, but now it is 10 years. 10 साल हो गया अब. Under the new provisions, unclaimed deposits and shares of public sector banks are to be transferred to Investors Education and Protection Fund. Investors Education and Protection Fund में पैसा जाएगा. All the unclaimed deposits, unclaimed fixed deposits, interest, shares, they are going to Investors Education and Protection Fund. Who now has the power to fix remuneration of statutory auditors in public sector banks after the 2025 amendment? The respective public sector bank, they can decide at their own. In the past, it was Reserve Bank of India, but now the public sector bank itself can decide the remuneration or the salary of the CA firm. The reporting requirement for bank has been revised. Instead of alternate Fridays, now it's last day of each fortnight, month, and quarter. So the new maximum number of nominees, it's a very important question from examination point of view. It was in the news for past many weeks. What is the new maximum number of nominees that can be appointed for a bank deposit or a locker under banking laws? It used to be 1, but now 4 nominees can be appointed. The Banking Laws Act 2025 was passed to amend provisions under section under which of the following acts: RBI Act, Banking Regulation Act, SBI Act, Banking Companies Act. For all these acts, this amendment act was passed. So what is the reduced timeline for banks to submit statutory returns after reporting date as per the 2025 amendment? It used to be 7 days, but now it is 5 days. So that's all for today, students. I hope you are able to understand this amendment act. It was all about it. I tried to simplify everything for you. I tried to provide a good summary, and then all the important questions I have already shared. I hope you liked today's session. If there is any doubt, I'm always here for you. There is a comment box. This is my WhatsApp number. This is my personal WhatsApp number. It's available to everybody. Anybody can WhatsApp me and I'm going to answer you. So you can join the Bank of Baroda Sales Manager course, Bank of Maharashtra Generalist Officer course, and the Union Bank of India Wealth Manager course. I teach for all 3. I teach marketing management as well. So all these courses are available on BankExamsToday.com. And list of our successful students, all these students that took our courses in the past and they cracked their respective exams, and I'm really, really happy for them. You can be one of them in the future, and yes, you are going to be one of them in the future. And that's all for today, students. Thank you and have a very nice day. Bye-bye.